Hello, everyone. Good evening. This is Vibha Nasheen, and I welcome you all to the second chapter of the book Messages from the Master by Dr. Brian Weiss. Chapter 2, The Cycle of Life. We go through so many stages when we are here. We shed a baby body, go into a child's, from child to an adult into old age. Why shouldn't we and shed the adult body and go on to a spiritual plane? That is what we do. We don't just stop growing, we continue to grow. When we get to the spiritual plane, we keep growing there too. We go through different stages of development. When we arrive, we are burned out. We have to go through a renewal stage, a learning stage, and a stage of decision. We decide when we want to return, where, and for what reasons. Some choose not to come back. They choose to go on to another stage of development and they stay in spirit form, some for longer than others before they return. It is all growth and learning, continuous growth. Our body is just a vehicle for us while we are here. It is our soul and our spirit that lasts forever. Our lives are not the result of random actions and events. Lifetimes are wisely and carefully scripted to enhance our learning and evolution. We choose our parents, who usually are souls with whom we have interacted in prior lifetimes. We learn as children, adolescents, and adults, evolving spiritually as our bodies evolve physically. After our souls leave our bodies at the time of physical death, our learning continues on higher planes, which are really higher levels of consciousness. We review the lives we have just left, learn our lessons, and plan for our next life. Learning does not end with the death of the body. There are many levels of consciousness that we visit when our soul departs the physical body. One important level is the learning stage, where we review our lives. We re experience every encounter, every relationship. We feel the emotions of the people whom we have helped or hurt, loved and hated, or affected positively or negatively. We feel their emotions very deeply because this is a powerful learning device, a sort of instant, intense feedback about our behavior while we were on earth in physical bodies. We learn through relationships, and thus it is important that we understand how we have touched others. The concept of reincarnation explains and clarifies our present life relationships. Often, events in the distant past are still influencing current relationships. Often, becoming aware of the root causes in prior lives can heal the relationship in the present. Awareness and understanding are powerful healing forces. I have decided to begin this book with the following example of regression session because it describes and explains the process of regression therapy that I use, including techniques and interpretations. It is virtually unedited. I want you to experience the sessions as if you were present. Moreover, This is a fascinating case that involves the present lifetime and also past lives. It illustrates memories from childhood and infancy, and it includes memories from before birth and from after death. It demonstrates the pathways of our soul. I had been asked by a major television news show to participate in a segment and demonstrate a past life regression to its vast viewing audience. Hearing about the project and interested in my work, a news reporter for that network volunteered to be the patient. For this regression, I used the technique known as progressive relaxation, a gentle and gradual descent into the hypnotic state. Hypnosis itself is only a form of focused concentration and relaxation. It is not time travel, and it is not mysterious. In this relaxed and focused state, memory functions are enhanced. Her session was dramatic, vivid, and intense. She was able to experience childhood, perinatal, and past life memories, and her life and relationships benefited as a result. It was a hot, humid day in late May in New York City. The glare and heat emanating from the powerful light setup for the television taping only added to the sweltering setting. I could feel drops of sweat already forming on my back, and under the thin cover of makeup that had been applied to my face. Andrea, the news correspondent, had not yet arrived. Despite my request for a relaxed, quiet place, the producers had chosen a downtown apartment as the site of the taping. Instead of a silent room in an air conditioned studio, we were using a stifling, non air conditioned apartment. Opening the windows allowed in a slight breeze, but also admitted a cacophony of traffic noises, sirens, and other outside distractions into the already crowded living room. Under these adverse conditions and the added stress of television cameras, I glumly reflected, the chances of a successful regression were greatly diminished. Finally, Andrea arrived. She didn't seem to mind the heat or the sirens sounding beneath us. Apparently, she had grown accustomed to the constant background noises of the city. Andrea was more concerned with the severe menstrual cramps that were cracking her body that afternoon, and I was similarly worried that the pain would prove a serious distraction. Before the taping, we could we took a few moments to get acquainted and to discuss the process of hypnosis. I have included the hypnotic induction in this entirety here, even though parts of it are repetitious, to illustrate this technique and to show you that there is neither magic nor trickery involved in hypnosis and regression. The repetition is deliberate as it helps to deepen the state that the subject experiences. The dialogue is barely edited because I want you to experience the entire session exactly as it unfolded. The microphones were turned on, and three cameras stood ready to record the event. Andrea, dressed in a burgundy blouse and dark pants, settled herself on the old, well worn couch. We began the hypnotic induction procedure. Despite her discomfort, Andrea quickly entered into a deep trance state. She later told me her cramps completely disappeared. In the beginning, she merely listened as I gently instructed her how to reach the deep hypnotic state. Here, what we are going to do, I began. The slower way now. The goal is getting very comfortable and it's going to be done with your eyes closed. So, all you have to do is really follow the instructions. Is that okay? Andrea nodded yes. She was starting to relax. Good. There are faster ways, but I want you to experience the relaxation procedure too. So you are letting your eyes gently close, and the rest of the session will be with your eyes closed. Focus first on your breathing. This is an ancient way of going within. Some people call this yoga breathing. The breath is very important. Just imagine, and don't hesitate to use your imagination today, that you can actually breathe out the tensions and stress in your body, and that you can breathe in the beautiful energy all around you. Breathing out stress and tension, breathing in beautiful energy. This will help you to go deeper and deeper with each breath. You will be able to focus on my voice and let my voice carry you deeper as well. But let background noises or any other distractions only deepen your level even more. They won't interfere. You can go deep enough today to have wonderful experiences. I paused for a moment, letting her take a few deepening breaths. As we talked about, this is very healthy for the body and for the mind to be able to relax, to let go of the tension and stress, to just let the body unwind. Good. Your breathing is now very, very comfortable. Breathing out stress, breathing in beautiful energy. As you do this, relax all your muscles. You will be very good at this because you are very aware of your body, but some people are completely unaware. So get yourself as comfortable as you can. You can always move. In case any part of you is feeling uncomfortable, just move it to its most comfortable position. Relax the muscles of your face and your jaw. Just feel these muscles relaxing completely. Let go of all tightness and tension in all of these muscles. Relax the muscles of your neck, nice and soft and loose. Lots of people with neck problems or tension headaches have too much tension in their necks and they are not even aware. So feel your neck completely relaxing and the muscles of your shoulders so soft and relaxed. Let go of all tightness and tension. The muscle of your arms so relaxed now. Let only the cushions and the couch cushions support you. Good. Get very, very comfortable. Her breathing was becoming slower and deeper. I could tell she was already sinking into a deep trance level. I could hear the camera operators behind me scurrying to adjust their position and moving the heavy television cameras to cover the changing angles as Andrea's head slowly sagged into a very relaxed position. And the muscles of your back now completely relaxing, both the upper back and the lower back, as you go deeper and deeper into this beautiful state of peace. You can let yourself go even deeper with each breath. Now relax the muscles of your stomach and abdomen so that your breathing stays so peaceful. And finally, relax completely the muscles of your legs. Now only the couch is supporting you as you go deeper and deeper into that beautiful state of peace. Very, very good. You will be able to focus on my voice and let my voice continue to carry you deeper and deeper, but let the outside noises or distractions only deepen your level even more. You will hear various noises from time to time, and it won't matter. You can still go very deep. And now, imagine or visualize a beautiful light above your head. You can choose the color or colors. Imagine that this is a wonderful healing light, a light of beautiful energy, and a deepening light that will bring you to a deeper and deeper level of peace and serenity. This is also a relaxing light, relaxing you completely. It is a spiritual light connected to the light above and around you. You pick the color or colors and let it come into your body now through the top of your head, illuminating the brain and the spinal cord, now flowing down from above to below like a beautiful wave of light, touching every cell and tissue and fiber and organ of your body with peace and love and healing as you go deeper and deeper. I continued the process of deepening her trance state. My voice had become soft and rhythmic, augmenting the hypnotic effect. You will be able to concentrate on my voice and yet go deeper and deeper as the light fills your heart, healing your heart and flowing down. Let the light be very powerful, very strong, wherever you need it for healing. As you go deeper and deeper, the rest of the light flows down both legs until it reaches to your feet, filling your body with light in this beautiful state of peace and relaxation. You are able to focus on my breath, on my voice. Imagine now that the light is completely surrounding the outside of your body also, as if you are wrapped in a beautiful bubble or cocoon of light, protecting you, healing your skin, deepening your level even more. Now, as I count backwards from 10 to 1, go so deep that your mind is no longer limited by the usual barriers of space or of time. So deep that you can remember everything, every experience that you have ever had in this body or in any previous body you have had, or even in between bodies when you have been in a spiritual state. You can remember everything. Counting down is a very effective deepening technique. 10, 9, 8, going deeper and deeper with each number back. 7, 6, 5, so deep, so peaceful. 4, 3, a beautiful level of serenity and peace. 2, all the anxiety now leaving your body completely. 1, good. In this beautiful state of peace, Imagine or visualize or feel that you're walking down a beautiful staircase. Down, down, deeper and deeper. Each step down deepening your level even more. As you reach the bottom of the steps, in front of you is a beautiful garden. A garden of peace and safety, serenity and love. A beautiful garden, a wonderful garden. Go into this garden and find a place to rest. Your body, still filled with the light and surrounded by the light, continues to heal, to relax, to recuperate, to rejuvenate. The deepest levels of your mind can open up and you can remember everything. To show you this, let us begin going back in time. At first, a little bit, and then more and more. Andrea's head was already sinking forward, her chin dangerously approaching the tiny lapel microphone clipped precariously to her burgundy blouse. She was in such a deep level that no further deepening techniques were needed. I decided to begin to travel back in time. In a few minutes, I'll count backward from 5 to 1. Let a childhood memory come to you. If you wish to keep it a pleasant memory, that's all right. Or it can be a memory that teaches you something or that has some value in helping you to feel more joy or peace or happiness in your life now. Let yourself remember completely with feelings, with sensations, using all your senses. If you feel uncomfortable, you can always detach from it and float above the scene or the memory. You can float and watch from a distance. But if you are not uncomfortable, stay with the memory and remember it vividly. You will be able to talk from the deep state and yet stay in a deep level and continue to experience. But now, as I count backwards, let the memory focus in vivid detail using all your senses. A childhood memory. 5, 4, you can remember everything. 3, focus now. 2, it's all there. 1, be there. For a few moments, re experience this. Remember it. You will be able to talk and tell me what you are experiencing and yet continue to stay in a deep, deep level, continuing to experience. What do you remember? What comes to you? It's winter, Andrea began. My dad and I are taking a walk in our neighborhood. He always asked me to go for these winter walks. We are with our dog, a husky, and the wind is really blowing, and it's snowy, and we are walking into the wind. And I love it because it's time for just my dad and me, and none of the other kids ever get asked to go. And it's freezing cold, and my dad wears this wonderful parka he always wore, and the moon is out, and our dog loves the snow. Andrea's voice was more childlike. A strong Midwestern accent had replaced the polished cadence of a professional journalist. We walk and we talk and we kick snow up, and it's night time, so nobody is out driving, and we are walking in the middle of the street. The lampposts are that old lampposts with those big globe lights, and it's beautiful. It's like the whole world has stopped, and it's just my dad and me. A radiant smile filled her face, which seemed softer and more vulnerable. Can you see yourself? I asked. What do you look like? What are you wearing? I had a terrible haircut, she observed. She seemed surprised. How old are you? I inquired, trying to anchor her in the scene. 8. And you have your coat on, too, of course. I can't see what color it is, she hesitantly replied. I can't tell. I've got a scarf on and mittens and boots, but my feet aren't warm. And your dad's coat? What is it like? It's a red parka and it has a shell of white wool. He bought it in Chicago and he always wears it in the winter. It has a hood that has fur around it. It's like what my dad always wears. This seems like a happy time for you because you are with your dad and your dog and it's so peaceful. I observed some tears at the corners of her eyes. Is there sadness with this memory? Andrea shook her head. No. Just happy? She smiled her answer. It makes me wish I were little again, she softly added. Well, right now you can be, I explained. Just experience it. It's vivid. You can be here right now in the snow. You can even, if you want, hear the crunching of the snow and see your dog playing in the snow, loving it. You can feel without being uncomfortable. I wanted Andrea to experience this beautiful childhood memory fully, to use all of her senses and feelings. We never went home early, she continued. We would take long, long walks. He never There was no rushing. It's up the street and then I can't see where we are going, but we always come back to the same spot and we go home and my mom has hot chocolate. Another shining smile softened her face. I became aware of the whirring of the television cameras. I decided to summarize her experience and to move on to even deeper levels. Because of the time constraints of filming, I had to be more directive in making connections and interpretations than I am with a patient in my office. I was also concerned that others were in the room who ought not to be privy to personal information. Thus, there were certain memories that I allowed Andrea to experience in silence. Additionally, this was intended to be a demonstration and not a therapeutic session. That's nice. What I would like you to do now is to remember the love and the caring that is there at this time between you and your father and you and your mother. Because loving that hot chocolate there is very compassionate and loving too. These are wonderful memories of love and of youth and of compassion and of your father and your mother and the closeness that is there with your father and these special walks. And so, even after you are awake, you will remember the love, the compassion, the caring. This is a wonderful memory, and you will take it back with you. The goodness, the happiness, the joy, and even with the dog, everything, just the happiness of it. Life is meant to be that way. There are so many opportunities to love, to be compassionate. It can be very simple. A walk with your father, it doesn't have to be expensive. A walk with your father on a winter night and your dog and your mother having the chocolate there. You'll remember this even after you are awake. Are you ready to go farther back now? Yes, she answered without any hesitation. Andrea had tasted the sweetness and the intensity of these memories, and she wanted more. Friends, I'll continue with the chapter 2. It's a long chapter. I hope you enjoyed listening to the conversation here of Dr. Brian Weiss with her patient Andrea, which is being mentioned in the book Messages from the Masters. I'll see you tomorrow for the remaining part of it. Tomorrow at 7 p.m., same time here. I'll take a break now. This is Vibhanashin signing off. Take care. Bye bye.